They never told you about the real life John Rambo. His name was Roy Benavides. He served in Vietnam, and when he served, he stepped on a landmine and it paralyzed him from the waist down. But his story wasn't over. The doctors told him he wasn't going to walk again. But he basically looked at them and said, "Want to bet?" And every night he'd get up from his bed, he'd crawl because he can't walk. He'd crawl to a wall and he'd just do leg sits. He'd do this for months on end. And eventually he was able to walk again. And still injured, he went to church since he couldn't do anything else. And he heard on the radio that his friend was under attack. His name was Wright, and his squad was getting jumped by nearly like hundreds of Viet Cong. So he hopped on the quickest airplane he can get to, and when he got there, he only had a knife and a bunch of adrenaline shots, and he wasn't even supposed to be there. He jumped out of the airplane whenever it was close to the ground because he knew the airplane wouldn't be able to land. And he got all the wounded out, and he realized the lieutenant that died in the battle, he had important information. So he went all the way back through that battlefield, grabbed him, and carried him through. Kind of like how Forrest Gump did it. That's where they got it from. Anyways, after all this, he was dead tired, and he looked basically dead. So the doctors thought he was dead. So they're zipping up his body bag, and he grabbed all of his strength left, and he managed to get just a little bit of spit out into the doctor's face to tell him that, hey, I'm alive. And he managed to live till 1998, and he was awarded the Medal of Honor for this brave act.